Hello everyone, my name is Oğuz, Tolga, Çelik, and this is my DE102 digital design project. I designed a smart traffic light system to control the traffic in a four-way junction. The system operates according to these principles. So, first of all, I omitted two sides of this four-way traffic junction because the corresponding opposite sides show the same traffic light output because when this side, the B side, has to be red, its corresponding opposite side has to be also red, and same applies for the side A. Therefore, there are only two directions. If I had to implement this on a four-way junction, I would use two more traffic lights and four more force sensors to detect the passages of cars. So I'm using these force sensors to detect whether cars enter or leave the junction. Very crudely, the system just calculates how many cars are on each side of the road and gives them enough time to pass to the other side. If one side has no cars, then it is just given red light and the other is given green light. The single lights on the sides are pedestrian lights. So these triple lights are for showing the default traffic lights. I use 3 LEDs, I don't know, it's just arbitrary. On the SSD display, I'm showing how much time is left for either the end of the red light or the green light. By default, it's just showing the side A. I can change the view by switching this button. Now, I'm viewing the B side. As you can see, there are only 2 seconds left for the green light. And now it's transitioning to the red light stage. The sides are given red light both for just 1 second to cut off traffic completely. Now, there are currently no cars on either side, but I'm going to add some now. Now I'm going to switch to the car view. I switch to the car view and this is for side B now. I'm switching to side A. Now I'm adding cars to the junction. Assume that this is just a vehicle. Now, there's one vehicle on this side and there are no vehicles on this side. So it just has to transition into the green light stage because as long as there are no cars in here, this has to stay red. Now, I'm removing the car from here. Now, if we switch back to the timer view, we can see that the timer has begun again. We can just check it. If there are cars on one side only, it just says go for this side, and this means stop for the other side. This means stopping indefinitely for this side. Since the traffic will not be cut until some vehicle arrives to this side, the pedestrians cannot pass during the stage. But to change this, I added a button. So I use these buttons for other purposes. I'll also talk about them. So I use these switches as buttons here. Now, as you can see, it just transitioned to yellow and red, and this will stay for 10 seconds. Now, the pedestrians are given green light, and the other side is also given green light, because if any cars happen to arrive there, they need to pass. They need to be allowed to pass. Okay, the 10-second green light is over. Now, let me just remove the vehicle from here. We are back to the normal timer. I can also modify the green length. So, the default green light duration is 20 seconds. This is how much added time I can give to each side. With this button, I'm going to just, I can see the added duration. Now, if I add 8 seconds here, I'm sorry. Oh, I was looking at the B side. Now I gave the A side 13 additional seconds of green light. So this way I can control asymmetric traffic flow. If by default I want to give this side 40 seconds of green light and this side 20 seconds of green light, I can make this possible using these buttons. I can also add a few seconds to the B side, and as you can see, its timer just increased. If any problem arises in the junction, I can just reset all cars, because sometimes the sensors might receive incorrect information. Like if a vehicle happens to cross the sensor twice, it might be counted as two vehicles, and if it leaves the junction, it's just one car leaving, and one imaginary car stays in the junction indefinitely. So I use the reset switch to make that possible. As you can see, it just removed all the vehicles. It assumes that all the vehicles are removed, and again, there are no cars on either side. I'm taking the sensor inputs through an analog to digital converter unit. So I'm using the XADC on the Basis 3 board. It simply takes 8 parallel inputs in differential form, and it calculates the difference between these. In each cycle, it takes one of the channels and it converts it into 16 bits of digital information. I'm using this to just check for a threshold. If a car is passing on the sensor, it takes it as a one input. So if I press it softly, it doesn't take the pressure of a vehicle. I need to press it strongly to make it count as a vehicle. I think that's all. Thank you for listening.